We are back with you now on Wave Listens Live. It is our takeover show today as we help to raise money for the NICU at Norton Children's Hospital. This is your opportunity to help the NICU and get a chance to win that beautiful home in Norton Commons, a BMW with $10,000 in the trunk. All you got to do, call 502-456-3000, get that ticket, and you can see we've got a team of volunteers who are standing by answering calls as we speak. There's a couple folks with the phone sitting down, just waiting on that call. So call us. It doesn't matter if we're on the air, if we're in a commercial break, they will pick up and you will be doing some good, which is why this is a perfect time to bring in the Hawkins family, talk a bit about your experience and your journey. Bradley, Chelsea, and
Mila.
Mila is here as well. Okay, well, Chelsea, I want to start with you because we've been talking about the NICU being the beneficiary this year of the funds from the BMW raffle. You like that? The microphone. That's pretty cool. So can you kind of walk us through your family's journey through the NICU?
Yeah, it was a crazy ride. My water actually broke at 17 weeks, and I was on bed rest. I was admitted to Norton at 21 weeks and 6 days. And from the beginning of my admission, I mean, I was prepped for everything that would probably happen. They came and talked to us several times about how her care would be handled once she was born, and she was born at 24 weeks and 4 days, and she was 1 pound and 7.3 ounces at birth, just 11.4 inches long, so teeny tiny little girl.
We're looking at a picture of I mean, that I'm sure brings back memories.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I couldn't see her for several hours because I had an emergency cesarean section, and so I was texting back and forth with Dad here, how is she? How's she doing? It was a really scary
Look
time.
at that hand.
No, she was tiny.
We were talking in that first segment about how being able to have a NICU like this and the resources that come after in our community. Can you imagine going through what you did to get to where we are today, but having to be on a plane or driving away from your town?
It was incredible to be able to have Norton so close and so capable. I feel like in a lot of places you wouldn't have had the opportunities we did there. I was able to room in with her 128 of the 129 days that she stayed.
Wow.
They provide so much for the families there, and the care is just, it's the best well-oiled machine that I have ever encountered in my life, and it changed our lives.
I'm sure.
They saved her life. So yeah, being able to be there, it was terrifying, but the support was phenomenal. I don't have enough good things to say.
Well, you think about, right, you were discussing, okay, it's a well-oiled machine, and they've got all these people that are able to help in all these different ways. A terrifying process for you, being a new mother going through this. Can you imagine going through what you did and not having this tip-top quality of care?
I can't. I don't think that without Norton Children's care, Mila would have survived. I don't think that she would have. She was very, very sick in the beginning. She had sepsis and a bowel perforation very early on, like first week of life. And the surgeons and the doctors there quite literally saved her life. I think if we had been anywhere else, if we hadn't had access to Norton Children's, I don't think she would have survived. So
when you look at the screens here across our studio and you see baby smiling, dad smiling, and think you were just reflecting on some of those moments. We were looking at old pictures, and now you see this. She's
my miracle. She truly is. We had so many people praying for her and rooting for us and rooting for our family. We had the support of everyone at the hospital. The nursing staff was incredible. All of the providers that took care of Mila, I think of as like an extended family.
Sure.
And I've always said I will do everything I can to support this hospital any way that I can, because they deserve the support to be able to provide this for the community and the surrounding communities.
I noticed that it seems like you even smile when we hear the phones ring behind us, because you know that that's dollars going to do some good. If you were to explain this to somebody who is sitting at home and thinking, oh, I know I need to give to something, and this is going to be the year I do it, and the message today that, hey, it's not only the year for you to start giving back, this is your moment, what would you want them to know?
Giving to Norton Children's Hospital specifically for this purpose, the NICU, you are preparing a future for these children that they might not otherwise have. You are giving the future to the world, and that is a beautiful thing, to be able to contribute to bringing these beautiful little humans to their full potential, by enabling a hospital that can do those things to help them, that have those tools on hand, that have those caring individuals that literally put their all into everything they do. I tell people all the time that the NICU nurses and the nurse practitioners and the doctors I met, they're angels on earth. They really have their heart in everything they do.
Well, we've got less than a minute left. We could talk about this all day. I mean, you're a wonderful spokesperson for this. But you mentioned the future several times. When you're going through the process of being in the NICU, you mentioned, what was it, 129?
129 days.
You're thinking the future for you is maybe moments, days at a time. Now that that's behind you and you've got this healthy, smiling, talking baby here, what are your hopes for Mila's future?
I hope that she fights for everything in life as much as she did for her life in the NICU. I hope that she fights for everything she wants out of life, just like she did in the NICU.
I put that on a billboard. Well, thank you for sharing your story, for bringing your beautiful family here, and helping to spread the word about the important work that Norton does in the NICU.
Thank you.
We'll be cheering on Mila's future and her success. Well, make sure that you stay with us here on Wave Listens Live, because we're going to be taking those calls throughout the show today, throughout the whole afternoon here on Wave. The home and BMW raffle rolls on. Again, it's your chance to, of course, win that gorgeous home in Norton Commons, maybe a BMW with $10K in the trunk. We're also, coming up next, going to draw for one of the monthly prizes. We're talking groceries for a year, 502-456-3000. And even if you don't win one of those fantastic prizes, you see the good that your money is going to. So don't go anywhere. Wave Listens Live rolls on after the short break.